Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Hi, friends of the podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Samantha.
Lisa.
How you doing?
Great.
Good.
Stop singing that fucking song.
Stop it.
Baby shark.
Listen. That's not how it goes.
Are you two?
Listen,
are you
I'm
back in kindergarten?
you know
what
what?
are you?
You know what? It brings joy to my heart.
Well, you know what? It's a weird ass song.
No, it's not. It's been seen by everybody in the world loves it but you.
Yeah.
Baby shark do baby shark do.
Okay, and then I heard they go through mama, grandma,
Mommy,
papa, grandpa,
Yeah.
auntie,
No, there's no auntie.
octopus.
No.
What are we doing?
There's baby, mommy, grandma, grandpa, daddy. 5 sharks. That's it. 5 sharks. And you need to have an issue with 5 sharks. 5 sharks.
The fact that you know that there's 5 sharks and
Yeah.
then you name them off for
and
me,
then it does
that
this.
gives me cause for a little bit of concern for
and
you.
then it's like this. So
Are you experiencing dementia?
No. So it's like
Are
this.
you slipping back to when you were 2?
Listen. You know
I'm
what?
just saying.
When it's grandma, it's just little hands. Grandma shark do 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 do. Grandma shark
Okay.
do do. Grandpa shark do 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 do. Like that.
I'm the only one that can see you do the weird
I know
hand
that,
movement.
but I feel that you don't know
I feel
the
I
hand.
do not need them.
Okay, listen. You shouldn't poo-poo something that
Poo-poo?
brings great
Poo-poo.
joy to my heart. So here's how things go, Samantha. Every now and then, when I'm having a bad day, yes. So let me just back it up a little bit and explain to you the history of it.
Oh my
So the
God.
HHG's cousin,
Yes.
her daughter,
Uh-huh.
posted on her Instagram. She was dressed up as a shark and she was doing the actions.
Okay, that's cute because it's a kid.
Yeah, no, but she's not a kid. She's an adult kid. Like not adult kid, but more adult
What the
kid.
hell's an adult kid?
She's
You?
more of an adult kid than a kid, I think. And sometimes if I'm just having a bad day,
Uh-huh.
I just go to that because it puts a smile on my face and a little joy in my heart and a little pep in my step. You should try it.
No,
Yes.
I'm good.
Baby shark.
Yeah, enough. We're done. We're done. Don't ever sing that song in my presence again.
You know what you are right now? You know what you're doing right now? You're living your bitter life.
I am trying my
You are
very
trying
best.
to live a bitter life.
Because you know what? My best life is you not singing that song.
My best life is me singing this song. You are just you have a little bitterness in your heart.
No, I don't.
What about that
actually.
song? Take out your fellow man, lend them a helping hand, put a little love in your heart.
No,
it's
not for
put,
that song.
It's not put a little bitter
That's
in your
almost
heart.
that's almost as bad as you making me listen to like Snow Dove or Snowbird. Or,
Snowbird.
what the fuck?
I'm just
I don't
saying.
care.
It's now on
Do
our,
I care?
Now on our
No.
playlist by Matt from Nooks and Crannies
Yeah,
podcast.
unfortunately, it made the list.
It did. In number 2, right after, my name is Slim Shady, then Snowbird. I'm just saying, right? Why are you living a bitter life right now?
I'm not.
You seem to be.
I am not
You
living a
seem-
bitter life.
Well, you know what?
I'm living my best life because I'm complaining about a song that
You are-
nobody should be singing.
You are not living your best life.
Yes, I am.
And I think it's important
Because
that
I'm
you...
sharing my opinion with the world, and the world's gonna agree with me.
I
Lisa.
get sometimes people live a bitter life, Samantha, but you know
Shut
what?
up
It
with
doesn't
that
have
phrase.
to
Oh
be
my God.
all the time.
Whoever taught you that should be shot.
No. No, it's a brilliant phrase.
No, it's not.
And it's very relevant because I
No,
think
it's
people
not.
walk around living a bitter life.
And that's up to them.
And really it should be, would you rather live your best life or your bitter life? And just be good and just live your best life.
And you apparently are doing that.
I'm doing that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With sharks.
With sharks.
Uh-huh.
All right, fine.
Uh-huh.
Fine. I digress.
Yes, you do.
Shoot me. I like the song. Ugh.
If only I could shoot you and get away with it.
Nice.
That would be good.
That's nice.
But maybe I'm not living my best life because I'm wearing a wool sweater
Yeah.
and we're sitting in the sun.
It's not sweater weather.
It is not sweater weather.
It's not sweater weather,
No,
Samantha.
I have the air conditioning on in
I
bed
know.
right now.
And we're like still in March.
I know, and this is going to drive John nuts.
But I'm going to be honest. I know, because now John's got a whole new thing to start having to figure out. Because guess what, dear John,
Fart.
there's a better chance that 2 fat girls and Betty are going to go without heat. We're never going without
That's
air
easy.
conditioning, ever. So March 21st, it's barely on. Wait till July 21st.
It's going to be hardcore.
Right? So dude, you need to polish your skills.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry.
Right? Live your best life.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not sweater weather.
No.
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 Not at all.
It's not even coat weather, really.
Well, but you got to still carry it with you.
Yes.
You still got to bring it, because just in case you don't know.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Okay, but you know what?
What?
I got an email today.
Oh, about what?
Cora finally responded.
No way.
Yes.
God knows they didn't respond to me.
Okay. So you have two choices, Lisa.
Okay, tell me.
You get a coupon.
Yeah.
Or a big treat.
I want the big treat.
What the fuck is the big treat?
It doesn't matter. It's the big treat. Oh my God. I know. Let me rephrase that. I don't usually want the big treat. Actually, it's gotta be a really special Saturday, Samantha. No, it's gotta be a real special Saturday night for me to want the big treat.
Oh, God, said no woman everywhere.
Said no woman ever, right? I'll take the coupons for $500, Alex. You want the big treat?
No.
Saturday night at 10, big treats. Wait, no. I'm full. I don't want any treats.
I want the coupon.
I want coupons that I can't use right now because it's closed.
Oh my God.
But I do. I want the big treat.
Fine.
Yeah. I wonder what
I'll ask for the big treat.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
I wonder what it is.
I'll ask her. What the hell? I don't even know what it is. I'm just gonna ask.
What
for
is
it.
the big treat?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Big treat, not in my private life, but just in my outside life. Big treat. Let's go with the big treat.
And again, why are you obsessing about white rice?
Oh my God. Well, first off,
we talk about this way too much.
I know, but here's the thing, right? So it all kind of started because you remember when I learned how to cook it? Because remember, for the longest time, I couldn't make white rice, and I'm like, it's always hard, it never is good. And then
because you keep looking at it.
Well, no, because I never read the box. I never realized that once you put the rice in, you left it on the burner. I used to take it off the burner.
Oh. Okay.
I never knew that. So now I'm a kick-ass rice maker. I am like so good. But you know how I have high blood pressure, right?
Yes.
So I can't go to salt, right?
I know.
But I put soy sauce on the list for the groceries.
I know.
Mike hasn't put 2 and 2 together. Soy sauce is black
he
liquid
could have bought
sauce.
you the low sodium and you wouldn't know the difference.
Well, it would say it on the jar, on the bottle, and
yes.
it doesn't, right? There's nothing on the Kiko Man. Nothing on the Kiko Man at all, Samantha.
Nothing on the Kiko
So
Man.
I think I've snowed my husband.
Oh my God, maybe he just wants you dead.
Mike, 1,022,000. Lisa 1. I think I finally got him. And I am making rice as a side dish with everything.
I know, and white rice is not good for you.
Well, I don't care about that. Neither is the soy sauce. And I love it so much. I'm like, do you want chicken fingers? White rice. Fish? White rice. Pork chops? White rice. He's like, what is with the white rice? And it's all about the soy sauce.
It's about the salt.
So it's all about the salt.
You're so weird.
I love it so much.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of, okay. We've been going out a lot. Lately we've had a lot of stuff to do.
Yes.
Because we're doing things with the podcast.
Yes.
So we've been eating out. More than normal, I think.
Yeah.
We went to Montana's here in Saskatoon. And it's not a bad place to eat.
No.
The food was good. We just always seem to have an experience that makes us go, why us?
I feel,
why us?
Here's the thing, Samantha. I wonder 2 things. Number 1, we either walk in and it's like somebody's put a sign on our back that says, kick me, because that's how we get treated. Or we walk in and it's like something about the energy we're giving off must just be like, we suck and we deserve to be treated like hell. That's how I feel. I think that's, like, are we giving that off?
Or better yet, the total opposite. We look like if we get put in the worst seat in the restaurant, we're not going to complain.
Like, you put baby in the corner. They
put baby in the corner.
Baby was in a little 2-person booth.
In the coldest part of the bar.
We ate supper with our coats on. You had your shacket on. I had my little puffy coat on. I don't like eating with my coat. You know what?
No.
I've said this before. I'm not a monster. I've been taught to take my coat off at the supper table.
Yeah.
Right? And the booth was so small.
We were good sports. Our waitress was very awkward. She was very awkward from the get-go.
So awkward.
Ordered an appetizer and our main meals.
Yes.
We're like looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It never came.
No.
All of a sudden, our food was there.
Here's the thing that friends of the podcast need to know about us, Samantha. People need to know, excuse me as I choke to death, we always, before we decided, because I'm undecided, we always order the appetizer before we even order the meal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And,
we were feeling hungry that day. We were having a big hunger day food I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Because we drunk, because I had a glass of wine. I had 2 glasses of wine at lunch again. I just revealed my dirty little secret.
Yes, you did. Anyways.
You had a beer.
I had a beer. And anyways, we're sitting there and we got our food and then we said to the guy who served us our main meal, oh, okay, we were supposed to get an appetizer. And he's like, okay, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, they slid the
Slid in.
appetizer next to us, and we're like, oh, well, do you still want it? Sure.
It was almost like as though it was almost like the analogy of a baseball game and somebody stealing from second to third, right? Oh, look at and there they just did. Oh,
But
sorry.
the only good thing is that we got free food out of it.
But did we really get free food out of it?
But it's kind of like Cora's. We didn't actually complain in Montana.
We were like, that's fine. The girl said, well, you know what? We'll comp it for you. Okay, no problem. We're fat girls. We'll eat it.
Yeah.
We're eating.
And we ate it.
But then what did we do? We went to our go-to, and I'm worse for it than you, but you still play along. We rewarded bad behavior.
No, you know what? It was fine. I never thought it was our server's fault.
It wasn't.
I think it was the kitchen, to be honest.
Yeah.
But she needed to stop talking to us and over explaining the situation.
Yeah, like, you know, we get it.
I
right?
don't care.
It came out late.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
Right? As the HHG would say, short story long, right? Stop it. We don't need short story long, right? Yeah.
Speaking of the place that we ate today, she did something I didn't think she would ever do.
Which was what?
She went and reminded the waiter that we had ordered drinks.
Only because it was wine. I don't think that the HHG would ever complain and say, we're waiting for our food, but when we're waiting for our wine, that's different. That's different, right? The ultimate people pleaser, not pleased. Yeah.
And one of us had 2 glasses of wine.
That was me. It's my new favorite thing, drinking at lunch. I'm a lady who lunches.
Yeah,
That's what I've
apparently.
become. Right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just think that, you know, and then we overtipped at Montana's.
Yes.
Right? So we technically, between you and I, we bought 2 appetizers.
Yes.
With it. And still gave her a good tip. You know?
Okay, but enough of that.
Okay, but here, I have a beef with you.
Oh, God.
You are doing this all the time, and I think it's not fair. So stop being not fair. You're reneging all the time. We always argue about where we're going to go where are we eating? Where you pick. Okay. And then finally you'll be like, okay, no problem. Let's go here. And I'll be like, oh my God, yes, I didn't think of that. And you're like, I don't want that. Like,
because you know what? I'm messing with you and I don't give a shit.
Why do you need to mess with me? That's my question.
Because I want to give you a false sense of security.
And you do. And then I'm all excited and you're like, haha, nah, I don't want to go there.
And then I rip it out from under you.
And then I'm like, God, I hate you right now.
And then I'm like, DFC.
I know, right? And I'm like, meh. And then we have a timeout.
Yeah.
And then whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what you're always doing. You're always reneging.
Okay, but also, speaking of keeping things, you took the cinnamon bun Oreos home.
Sorry, did she say they were for you?
Well, I would have thought you would have shared.
She would have put them in separate Ziploc baggies or something.
I shared my mother's chocolate sheet cake with you.
Your mother shared it with me.
No, I shared it with you.
I have to believe in my heart that Sheila Sperling wanted me to have that sheet cake, Samantha.
Oh, but you just don't share. You know, that's a really bad trait your parents didn't teach you.
You know, and fair enough, right? I'm not really a sharer.
No, you're not.
Like, I'll share some things, but you know what? I just enjoy. Hang on, back it up. You had some cookies yesterday.
I had one.
Well, I only had one.
That's because Michelle gave it to me.
Well, and you know
otherwise, I wouldn't have even tasted that cinnamon bun.
And that's kind of her fault, because in the past, HHG, if she buys something, she'll say, make sure you share this with Sam. And I do. But you know me, it's like lying, right? If you don't ask me a direct question. So if you don't give me a direct order, I'm just freewheeling it.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing. But I ate them for breakfast today. Because dear Oreos, don't put cinnamon bun on the package and think Lisa's not going to think it's a breakfast item.
Yes, because you're 5.
Oh,
and you start your day with sugar.
I know, and it's got the extra stuff in it.
Yes.
Right? Those ones, I don't like. I'm not a fan, as everybody knows. I'm not a fan of all the new Oreos. Those ones, I'll take.
All right.
Yeah, it's a breakfast food.
Okay.
You
have a complaint about the bus again?
Yeah, right?
Why?
Because it's complaint season. It's complaint season. So this is what I'm seeing on the bus a lot lately. Okay, you know how water comes in a bottle?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Pop comes in a bottle?
Yes.
They're separate.
Yes.
What I'm seeing is that they're melding together. And I'm seeing people holding like a Canada Dry or a Coca-Cola bottle with water in it. Why?
I don't know. Did you ask them?
No, because I don't talk to anybody on the bus.
Maybe they po.
Okay. Maybe.
And they can't afford the fancy water bottles like everybody else.
No, I'm not talking about a fancy water bottle. I'm talking about like the Aquafina bottle. Like, just use a bottle. Water is bought at the store in a bottle, just like your Coca-Cola is bought in a bottle.
Okay, no offense. Why do you care?
Because it bugs me. Because you know why? This is why. since you're asking, because when I see water in a pop bottle, I think you filled it up from your bathroom sink.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. That's just what I think. I don't think you're...
So it's almost as bad as like, maybe I'll just scoop some water from the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then that just brings me to something new. Speaking of toilets, we need to revisit urinals part 2. Right? Normally we don't revisit, but we need to revisit urinals part 2.
I know.
Right?
I know. It's where we were today.
I have a question for my friend and our friend of the podcast, Cameron Parker. Cameron, last week you went on our Facebook page and you talked to us about the urinals.
Yes.
Here's my question. Today we used unisex bathroom. That's perfectly fine. Right? But why did the urinal have a little red strainer at the bottom of it? It looked like a colander, like something that I would use. Oh, my spaghetti's done. Did yours have one?
The first bathroom that I went into when we walked in the building had a blue one.
And mine.
But not only was I like, oh my God, there's a urinal in the bathroom.
Yeah. Like I'm perfectly fine with unisex bathrooms. I don't know if I need to see the urinal part. Can't we all just use the toilet? Because that's all I'm saying. Like, I kind of maybe understand why there was a urinal in the bathroom too, because you don't want to encourage men to just pee on a seat. Oh, in case they wouldn't just lift. Okay, okay.
I get it. But not excited about it.
But then it makes me think that there's pee germs floating around. Because in the urinal, there's pee residue left over. Right? When I flush my pee, it's gone.
It's gone.
When the urinal with the strainer is there, there's still pee on the strainer.
Yes.
Right? Whose poor job is it to clean that strainer? Is the strainer getting cleaned?
There was a lot of bathrooms in that building.
Is it
getting cleaned every day?
Is that strainer getting cleaned every day? Or is it just collecting pee?
Okay, I'm getting a little sick to my stomach.
Right.
Stop talking.
But I'm curious. Okay, and we digressed. We completely digressed.
Okay, but speaking of body parts, we came up with a really interesting question the other day.
Samantha, sometimes you and I have some odd conversations.
Because we were talking like we were doctors. I'm like, what's a labia?
What is a labia?
And is it useful?
Is it useful?
Yeah.
So we posed the question to the HHG today at lunch. And of course she goes to her Urban Dictionary. And apparently what the labia is it's your lips between the hips. What the hell is that?
Oh my God.
What is that?
They're attached to the vulva.
And what is the vulva? And then and then I just think it's one more thing.
I thought I just had a vagina. So many parts and so many names.
I knew I had a uterus. And I knew I had a vagina. And we all have an anus. I knew we had those 3 things down there.
Oh my God. I knew I had fallopian tubes.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
I never paid much attention to those guys. Okay, but here's the thing, right? So, men, they got their penis.
Yes.
Their balls.
Yes.
And they got their ball sack.
The scrotum.
Okay, where their balls live.
Okay.
They got their home for the balls. I feel we come with a long list of parts.
Yes, we do. We have lots of parts.
Yeah.
And, okay, came to mind, did we get taught this in high school when we had to do, like, sex education or health?
Because if we did, we wouldn't just think we only come with a vagina. Right? We would know.
I think they misinformed us.
I don't know. It's so weird. But nobody still has answered. Is the labia, is it useful?
Yes, it is. Actually, I Googled and got a regular dictionary meaning of it.
Okay.
Not the lips between your hips.
And then that just makes me want to get a mirror and just double check it. Great. I just want to, because I'm like,
well, they should be protecting
your no-no zone.
Your no-no zone.
So is it like, so this is what I picture.
So it's like the front lines of protection.
So this is what I picture, Smith. I picture like, you go to those like country and western bars and they have like those wooden doors that you push open. Is that what your labia is? Like those wooden doors that you just push open and you walk on through, right? And then you, as you push them open, you're open and exposed to the bar. Is that what your labia is?
Talking about that.
Is that
my God!
Is that what they are?
I don't know,
They
Lisa.
open and close.
Ask Mike.
I guess he's seen them probably more than me. If truth be told.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying, right?
Grab a mirror, folks, and take a look.
Take a look at your labia, ladies. Right? Check out your labia.
Oh my god.
See what you think. See if it resembles the saloon doors.
Oh my god. But speaking of parts,
Yeah.
can you just not refer to the fact that I had to go to the bathroom
Can you just
as
finish?
not finishing my pee?
Can you just finish your pee?
I had to go to the bathroom again.
We had an important thing to do. We had one thing to do the other day, and that was to do Adam's show on Monday. Adam from the Odd Dad Out.
Yes.
Right? Asked us to be on his podcast. No problem, Adam. We'll be there. Well, I prepared. You prepared-ish. And then all of a sudden, you got like the restless leg syndrome because you got to pee.
Well, because then all of a sudden I had to pee.
And I said to you before we started recording, because you started kind of doing it then. And I said, did you not go pee before we started?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And then I said to you, you just chose to not finish your pee?
No.
And how do you not finish your pee?
Because sometimes a girl just got to pee a couple times.
But it's not good to hold your pee.
I know that.
You'll get a bladder infection, Samantha.
Apparently, it might hurt your labia.
Maybe. Like,
Now we're back to that.
Like, is your labia not letting your pee go or something? What the hell, man? Right?
I don't know.
Right? So the car was
Jesus.
shaking.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you're making me feel nauseous because the car's just moving and
Oh,
moving and
stop
moving.
it.
Just finish your pee next
Okay,
time.
but speaking of somebody who can't finish something,
Oh.
hi, how's your Skype capabilities?
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of, dear Skype.
You suck.
Yeah, so we were supposed to do Rob and Slim's show.
Yes.
Right? And they do their show through Skype. I don't know why. It seems a little archaic, guys. But I know that they have a good reason. I think it's something about because they do their show live and you can
Yes.
phone in or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, dear Skype, you piece of shit. It didn't work.
No.
Mine didn't work. Yours didn't work.
Nope.
We each created a new one. Didn't work.
Nope.
Your new one didn't work.
It sucked.
What is with Skype?
And if you're going to have an app for your phone, it really should work just as well as the computer.
Yeah, and the message kept saying, you need to go to the computer. I can't. I'm in the car. Dear Skype, don't you know that I shake my head with Lisa and Sam are in the car right now? Right?
Don't you know that we will never, ever use a computer
We're never
for
going to
anything?
be in, right? We're never going to be in front of a computer doing our podcast.
Oh my god, we're so, and then all I thought was, oh my god, this is the curse of us.
This is the curse
We are
of
not
us.
tech savvy.
No.
And one little glitch, we're screwed.
We're screwed. So we were able to call in for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 2
Yeah.
minutes, 3 minutes, but we're going to reschedule. And then what we're going to have a run through.
Yeah.
We're going to have to fire up the Skype
Yep.
before their show.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, because they're live, right? So they can't wait for that shit.
No, they
right?
can't wait for us.
Sorry,
to get our
guys.
act together.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. But
no,
you know,
you don't. No, you
yes,
don't.
I do. I
No, you
decide the
don't.
weather now.
You didn't. I did. 2
No,
weeks
I
ago.
do.
No, you don't.
I ditched my coat 2 days ago.
Yeah, well, I ditched everything winter 2 weeks ago. And you think just because I'm not wearing my jacket today because it's not sweater weather, that means you're in charge of deciding the weather? I pick the seasons.
No, you
Samantha.
don't.
Yes, I do.
You're not in charge of squat.
I'm in charge of winter, spring, summer, and fall.
No, you're
All
not.
you got to do is call.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Right? That's my decision.
Okay, but speaking of spring, the first day of spring was yesterday.
Yeah.
And what did we do? Because we are those girls.
We celebrated
We
it.
declared it barbecue day.
Yeah, we went and had barbecue. Because why
Barbecue.
wouldn't you have barbecue on the first day of spring? We were debating between two restaurants, and we were like, maybe the Venice House. You know, we haven't gone there in a long time. And then all of a sudden it was like, no,
We need
we
barbecue.
need barbecue because it's spring. So even our meals were dictated by weather. Right? And that was some good
Oh
food.
my God.
You
Yeah.
had the biggest plate of poutine
Oh,
I've
it
ever
was
seen.
so good.
Right?
I would totally have it again.
It was so good and looked so good. I said to the waitress, can I get a side plate? And you're like, what do you need a side plate for? Some of those poutines.
and I said, no, you're not.
I took a little. I needed to taste
But then
them.
you got a side of gravy.
Yeah, because the gravy was so good. I'm like, and bring me one of these.
Carson's here in Saskatoon.
So good.
Good barbecue.
Oh, and they have the apple butter sauce.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And we had the chicken wings.
Yeah, we just ate.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Well, you were having an eating day.
I was having an eating day because I
That's
hadn't eaten all
awesome.
day. So then I made it up.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so apparently you had an issue. You're having issues with my shoes.
Okay, no, it started with a conversation with the HHG.
It did.
Because we started the other day, her and I, we agree it's time for our transitional shoes.
Yeah.
And we mean transitional shoe means you no longer wear the boot. You're wearing like a closed-toed shoe, but it's more like a flat maybe.
So the boots get kicked to the curb.
It gets too warm.
So I've embraced the boot, and now I got to ditch my boot. Like I
And
don't.
then I would say you'll be bootless by April.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah. You gotta
Just
find
what
it.
and I've really learned to love
But
them.
I don't think you have a transitional shoe.
I don't. We need to go shoe shopping.
Oh, God.
Because what is a transitional shoe? And then is it a color? Like I have my black one that needs to be replaced because the heels have a hole in it.
Oh, God.
Because when I buy a shoe, Samantha,
You
that I
wear it.
I wear that bitch to death. Eh?
Yes, you do.
I do. Like if I get a stone in the heel, I'm in big trouble, right? Because it's never coming out.
Okay, I do need to say this.
What?
I think the HHG needs to be with you for your shoe shopping.
You can't pull off all shopping on the HHG.
I'm going to tap out.
You can't tap out on everything.
Hi, she suggested sunglass shopping
Yeah,
today,
but it
and
wasn't
all
the
I
day.
thought was, you are a brave soul, my friend.
It wasn't the day. It wasn't the day. I didn't feel it. I'm like, I can't do it today. Not the day. She's like, this is the only day I have right now for a little bit. I'm like, it's fine. I still have sunglasses, right? And today's not the day.
Oh, my God.
No, you don't get out of it. You're not getting out of it.
Yeah, but shoe shopping with you is horrendous.
Maybe I'm going to do it on my own. I'm not going to.
Good luck.
I don't want to do any shopping on my own whatsoever. Okay, but speaking of the HHG, what did you think of the treats? The Brussels sprouts.
Okay, they were good.
They were
They were
so good.
I enjoyed them.
Right? They were like so delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I love them so much, and I enjoy a good Brussels sprout. So what they were, friends of the podcast, is they were Brussels sprouts. That's what they were.
With Parmesan cheese and olive oil
And salt.
sea salt. Sea salt, not regular salt. Sea
They
salt.
were so good. And she had made them, and I thought that she had made them just for us. And you're like, I don't think they were just for us.
No, I don't think they were.
Because we went over there last night, right? And I drank my keto slushy, right, which was kind of funny.
You drank 3 of your keto slushies.
Yes, I did. Apparently, I'm all about drinking right now. Yeah, mama like. And but so then the funny thing is that when we left her place, she gave me a bowl of the Brussels sprouts
To take home.
Yeah, and I did, and then I was at home and I heated them up, and then this morning Mike says to me, "What was in the microwave?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I bet you they really smelled, right? Because Brussels, they have a strong smell."
Yes.
And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." And he's like, "No, what was in the microwave?" And I'm like, because he microwaves water so he can do his oatmeal.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, so I told him, I said, well, the HHG sent me home with these Brussels sprouts. And he's like, "Do you think you can make those?" And I'm like, he's like, "They smelled so good." And I'm like, it might be a recipe I can do.
I think you can.
Yeah, if not, she could make them and I can just bring them home.
Yeah, you
Right?
can do that.
I could do skip the dishes via the HHG. Right? I can maybe do that. She can maybe make
Oh
some and
my
I just bring
God.
them home. Look what I got for you.
Oh my
Because they're
God.
fine in a Ziploc baggie.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
You don't
true.
even need a bowl.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We have an apology.
Well, I think you do.
No, we do.
No, you do.
We do.
She brought them for you.
I know that.
I have nothing to do with this.
But we said we were going to get together and have a
Yes.
little visit, and we haven't.
No.
So, dear Andrea,
Dear Andrea, I'm sorry.
We're
That
sorry.
Lisa is a horrible person.
no, I'm not trying to be a horrible person. I want the Pop-Tarts because I'm all out of the Pop-Tarts. I'm out of the Pop-Tarts that you brought, Sam. I'm out of the Pop-Tarts that the HHG
Yes.
brought. I'm all out of Pop-Tarts right now,
Yes.
right? And there's no point buying any in Canada because they suck. And Andrea brought some back.
Yes.
So we need to next week
Yes.
make that date
Yes.
with Andrea. So Andrea, we know that you listen to the podcast because you support us. Sorry.
We'll get a hold of you.
We'll get a hold of you. We promise.
Promise.
I just felt we needed to get that out there.
Okay, but I heard you cheating on my mother.
I'm not cheating on your mother.
Yep.
No, your mother.
You got store-bought beets.
Does your mom have any more beets?
I don't think so.
Well, then
You
your-
can't wait till next fall?
Then your mother has kind of let me down.
No, gee.
That's how that went. And Martha, the HHG's mom, I don't think she has any more beets. Everybody's mom's just like I don't have a mom, Samantha. Not that she would have ever been a beet mom anyways. But in my mind, that would have been perfect.
In your mind, she would have been perfect that
I
way.
finished all my beets and I was missing beets, so I put beets on the shopping list.
Oh my God.
God, store-bought beets, just don't do it.
No.
They're not the same. You know,
No.
there's no tang, there's no zip, they're not vinegary, they're even pale. Like, they're not even the same purple.
Of course not.
And of course, in true Mike fashion, he bought two.
Of course he did.
Right?
You better
What am
eat them then.
Well, I'm going to have to, or somebody else is going to have to just start making them again.
Uh-huh.
Who says beets can only be in the fall?
I don't know.
Why is that a rule?
It's not a rule.
Why can't your mom just have beets all year long?
Well, talk to her.
I'm going to have to.
Okay.
I'll send her a message.
All right.
I'll text her.
All right.
Dear Sheila.
Okay.
It's March Madness.
Ugh,
it
can we-
started today.
Can we just not talk about things I don't know about?
No. Well, you know, can you learn some things?
No, I don't care about sports.
So we had to bypass you completely. And we had to take this event to the Pashovitzes. We had to go to the
Of course.
HHG and her family.
Yes, because they'll participate.
And they are. So it's March Madness, right? So this is like a big time for the Gibsons because Mike is so college basketball. And I am really too, right? And And Michelle and Bryce love sports.
Yes.
And Bryce was watching basketball the other day.
Uh-huh.
So then Mike's like, and Michelle had sent a snap about that. And so Mike's like, we should just ask if they want to do brackets with us.
What the fuck is a bracket?
Bracket is like determining. It starts off at 64 teams, and then it goes 64 to 32 to the Sweet 16 to the blah 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 to the blah 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 to the Elite 8 to the Magic 4. I don't know how it all goes, but it goes down like this over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Right? So you pick all your teams. Who's going to win this game? Who's going to win this game?
Sounds exhausting.
It's not. It's super fun. We bend the rules a little bit because after the first weekend, of course, most of your teams didn't make it.
Uh-huh.
So then we're going to revise it, and then we do it again for the next week.
And is there like a prize for each couple?
No, not really. No, I don't think we've decided a prize.
Bragging rights?
For sure there'll be bragging rights.
Choosing the best.
For coming up with the best team at the end.
Go team whatever.
Yeah, well, it depends. You're not even going to know, right? So my team's, of course, Michigan, right?
Yes.
Michigan. And I do Michigan. I do Gonzaga. And I always do, who else do I do? Michigan State. And we're doing Buffalo. So we have that friend of the podcast that is from Buffalo. And she's a Buffalo fan.
Her husband's a coach.
Yeah. All right. And she said, check this team out.
Oh, look at, I remember.
Yes. She said, check this team out. But the problem is that they're in our grouping.
Oh.
They're in Michigan's grouping.
Oh.
So one of us isn't going to get out. So, but that's where we're at. We're at that with the March Madness.
All right.
Yeah. Lots of fun.
Sorry, I almost fell asleep there.
Sorry, we'll keep you posted. We're going to talk about this every week.
Oh, God.
Every week till it's done.
Okay.
Samantha.
So, what's up with the old lady mints?
They're not old. Who says they're old lady mints?
Scotch mints or old lady
They're
mints?
classic mints.
No, I think old ladies carry them around in their purse. Cling, cling, cling.
I like a Scotch mint.
Because you're old.
I'm not old. My kid's sister likes a Scotch mint. She's not old. My mother-in-law likes a Scotch mint. She's old, right? So I think it's a classic mint.
She's Scottish, too.
And
that might have something to do with it.
I just really like them because they just taste like a mint. All the mints that you have these days all taste like a medicine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Why do I want a mint that tastes like a medicine?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, right? I think it should just taste more like a mint.
I think you got old lady mints.
I don't. But guess what? I have a big announcement. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to blow your mind. I might be keto.
No, you're not.
I think I might be.
Well, yesterday you were definitely...
Yesterday I was keto.
Shooting for keto.
I was shooting for keto.
Except for the alcohol in the keto drink.
But it's clear, and apparently if it's clear in keto, it's okay. You can bend the rules to make it okay. That's what the HHG said.
That's the beauty.
And I'm loving scrambled eggs. And that's keto. Right? So I'm like half keto.
Okay, you're using a word that I feel you know nothing about.
Why do you think that?
Am I keto? I think this is keto.
I think it's keto.
I'm going to eat keto. Do you even know what that means?
HHG had a Caesar salad at lunch. I ate a Caesar salad.
So did I.
So you were a little bit of keto today. You dabbled in keto. That's what we're doing. We're dabbling.
But apparently
in keto.
she couldn't eat the chicken finger because it was breaded.
That's where we strayed from keto.
That's like pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I know. But she could have shrimp. She could eat the shrimp. I don't know.
Because it's protein.
But she didn't eat the croutons.
No.
So it's weird. But could drink the wine.
Being on keto seems like a lot of work.
I think it does, but based on my few experiences, it's quite enjoyable. I'm enjoying it. So we'll see if it will.
Especially if there's alcohol in it.
I know, right? We'll see. That seems to be my go-to lately. I'm loving the booze. I'm loving the booze, Samantha.
Okay, I came across something the other day when I was getting ready for work, and I'm watching this commercial, and it's about injury lawyers and the ones that have the commercials on the TV.
Yeah.
And all I think, blah 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 lawyer got me instead of $8,000, $800,000.
So those commercials with the jingle like "Hurt in a car, call William McTarr" or something, right? And they all have those funky jingles.
So then the thought came to me: is this legit? Like, do they really get you like hundreds of thousands of dollars?
I don't know.
And even if for some reason it actually was in the favor of that person and they actually were awarded $800,000, can you get blood from a stone?
I don't know how. I don't know.
Because you maybe won the case, but getting the money totally different.
If I got no money, you can't get it.
Can't get it.
If I got $8, you can't get $800,000.
So are these lawyers really legit? The ones that put commercials on the TV?
Yeah, like maybe they're fake lawyers.
I don't know. Like,
maybe.
would you
Never really thought about
Would
that.
you call up a lawyer to help you get like an accident claim?
Probably not one from afternoon TV.
No.
Probably not that lawyer. I don't think I would. No. Or one that had a rhyming jingle like "Hurt in a car, call William Matar." Probably not. Although if I was in an accident, that would be what comes to my mind first, as opposed to call Sam Jacobson, right?
I'm just like looking at this and I'm like, I wonder if people actually call them.
I don't know. You know what? You know what that tells me? The HHG's husband, he's a lawyer. He needs to have a jingle.
Oh my God.
I don't know what would rhyme with his last name though.
Bryce Pesovich can get you
anything you want, bitch. Something like that.
That's a really bad last name to rhyme with. Oh
right?
My God.
So I'm just saying, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's kind of crazy. Okay, I'm off topic, but I gotta say, I watched the last half hour of the Rob Lowe Samurai.
I watched it too.
What'd you think?
That's really bad.
I think he's pretty.
Oh, he sure is pretty.
I like watching him.
He sure is pretty.
But that's it.
But I was almost a mental samurai.
I almost was a mental samurai too. That's my type of game. Which now brings me to my other point that
I was answering them faster than the people that were getting thrown around by the arm.
I know, right? But that brings me, I have an update. I have my Jeopardy update.
Oh, okay.
I have my 3-week Jeopardy update.
And here we go. Folks.
Here we go. So, out of 3 weeks, that's 5, 10, 15. Right? 15 final Jeopardy questions. Right? I'm not 15 for 15.
Oh.
Right? But I'm 9.
Oh, jeez.
I'm 9, Samantha. That's almost 2 full weeks right.
Oh my
out of 3.
God.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't care.
I know, but that's how smart I am. That's how smart I am.
You know what? Let's watch that horrible mental samurai and see if we can get to the mental samurai level where we're like, I am a mental samurai.
Okay, well, why do you want to do that? Why don't you say, it's odd that you picked that and you're not like, okay, you know what? I'm going to challenge you, Lisa, and I'm going to watch Final Jeopardy.
I find Jeopardy boring.
Because, smarts.
Oh, you
That's
have
why.
no smarts.
Apparently I do. Apparently I have 9 out of 15
You have like
smarts.
2 smarts and they just work really well together.
No, well, Samantha, I got 9 out of 15. That's almost 2 full weeks of right answers.
Oh, whatever.
Right? And only 1 week of wrong. Yeah. So that's the update, friends of the podcast.
Thanks, Lisa.
You're welcome.
I'm so excited to learn that.
Okay, so remember the other night this whole
and
podcast
again we're eating.
This whole podcast is brought to you by food.
I'm no wonder I weigh 300 fucking pounds. Okay, no, I don't. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna say,
it's
right?
getting ridiculous.
Beep. Back that up, okay? Okay, we went and had pasta.
Yes,
because
well,
I was in
pasta.
I know, and I was in a panic because pasta for me isn't a summer food.
No.
And the weather's gotten so nice. And what did I say to you?
I need to have one last
pasta. And normally I'm not thinking about that till the end of April.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't want to take the chance, so we went and had pasta.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't get: the spoon.
You twirl. Makes you look fancy.
But does it make you look fancy?
Or just really awkward?
Awkward. So I just cut. Because I'm not twirling with my fork and slurp it.
Yeah, but your pasta didn't taste very good.
No, I really enjoyed it. I had the carbonara. That's how you
No,
say
you
it.
added like 5.
It needed salt. Needed lots of salt.
5 teaspoons of salt.
Yeah, it needed lots of salt to it. I think next time I probably won't get that dish. But, yeah. But I'm just saying, right? I'm a pasta cutter. Right?
Yes, and it looked delightful.
Yeah. You just had the ravioli, so you're just bite. That was yours, bite.
It was good.
Was it bite or bite?
It was 2 bites.
Bite, yeah.
Yeah,
It looked like
bite.
Yeah, it looked too much
big
for 1 bite, but bite looked manageable.
Okay, so you know who's watching The Voice?
Yeah.
Not us.
Not us. You and I have not. You and I have not.
The HHG is very committed to it for some reason.
She is.
And apparently, she cried the other day at a 4-chair turn.
She's a crier.
But she wasn't going to cry because they always do like a pre-thing before they sing.
Yeah.
Well, she thought this 16-year-old, she was just braggy.
So,
she was just bragging.
she
and she didn't
judging.
like her. Yeah, she was judging her and she didn't like her.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, the girl got a 4-chair turn and HHG, she is balling.
She was balling.
She's balling.
Because who is she to determine? Yeah. If everybody thinks that's a 4-chair turn, then who is she to decide that it's not? Right? Oh my God, that's so funny.
But apparently, she likes her because she balled. And I don't know why. And to be honest,
because that makes her better people than us.
Yeah,
she's got emotions.
But we're not watching The Voice because we hate the blind auditions.
I know.
And then they do the battle. It
just goes
forever.
And then the part that you care about, they don't care about, right? They do like the final who's going to be the voice winner in like 2 weeks. Right? So we narrow it from 10 to 2 in 1 week.
And like
What?
split seconds.
And it's like, God, I hate the voice.
I hate the voice.
I want nothing to do with the voice.
No.
But guess what I needed to do? I
Huh.
need to buy new shoe insoles.
Is it insole?
It's going to be insole, because my damn bunion, right? My bunion's been acting up. So I got to buy my shoes in a 9 instead of an 8. So my left foot wears the 9.
Uh-huh.
My right foot is probably closer to a 7.5 if the truth be told.
Oh my God.
Right? So it needs insole. And then that made me think, some people call them odor eaters.
Yes.
I just call them insoles.
Because people have smelly feet.
To me, they're filler inners. They're filler inners, right? They're taking up space where your foot should.
Filler inners.
They're filler inners.
Filler
That's what they
inners.
should market them as, eh? Filler inners.
Okay.
Right? And label it like when your foot's too small for your big shoe. You use filler inners. That's what it should be.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and when did they come out with Tic Tac gum?
Why do we need Tic Tac
Why
gum?
are we inventing Tic Tac gum?
we have Tic Tacs.
Okay, and this
the
is the
dawn
problem.
of man.
But this is the problem I have with product
Yeah.
that is perfectly fine, and then you go and do something weird with it.
Like make it a gum.
Yeah, make it a gum.
Like Tic Tacs are never meant to be a gum.
No.
They're just meant to be a little candy.
Because the flavor of a Tic Tac is not that exciting that it needs to be a gum.
And because
Or unique.
No, because if it was that exciting, right? It would last in your mouth longer, and it would be a bigger mint. It's a little baby mint.
It's a
baby mint. No, it's a little baby mint for a reason, and that reason is because it's really not that good.
It's really tiny.
So you just want to eat it quickly,
Teeny
right? You've got
tiny.
bad breath. You want to eat it quickly, and then it's gone, and then you want to move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to savor a gum.
No.
I don't get it.
Okay, but speaking of new things and inventions.
Oh, we did it! We did it.
We went to the audition in Saskatoon for the
Yes.
Dragon's Den.
And friends of the podcast, if you're not sure what the Dragon's Den is, it's the equivalent to your Shark Tank.
Yes.
Yes.
In the States.
In the States.
And
then we didn't meet the dragons. This is the
no,
pre.
this was the producers.
Yeah.
2 of them.
2.
Yeah. So, picture this.
Paint the picture, Bob Ross.
We're there at 10 o'clock when it starts.
Yes.
We get in there, and there are 6 people ahead of us. They're already on number 2.
And you know what? Let's be honest, right? When we saw we were number 7, we were like, sweet. My comment to you is, we might be going for breakfast, not lunch. Nope.
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 Nope. We waited for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. And all they say on anything you read is you're going to have 5 minutes, which we did. Right? They say you're going to have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What were they doing in between?
I have no idea. So I think they might have been asking them deeper questions, and because these people actually had something to pitch.
So let's share a few things that we learned.
We learned that you really do need a product to pitch to the Dragon's Den.
Right? They really do want to know what type of money are you looking for.
Yeah, they really do.
And $6,000 didn't really seem to faze them. And that was stretching it.
Yeah, that was stretching it. And then the one lady who, to be honest, I don't even know if I caught her name.
Oh, I didn't catch anybody's name.
No. She came in, and all I thought was, good cop, bad cop.
You could tell, right? Right? Cute, pretty girl.
No.
That's yes.
Well, definitely the first lady was
well-dressed
nice.
lady.
The first lady was nice. Second lady, she played by the rules, and she was the rule. She was like, I determine.
She's the principal. She is the buck stops here. Do you think you're going to get a chuckle just because you got a chuckle from her? You're not getting one from me.
No.
Because that's not my role. My name tag does not say laugher. And she made that so perfectly clear.
She was very Lorne Michaels through the whole thing, right?
So,
From SNL.
She was the straight man.
She was not good. And we were not making friends.
Well, but you know what? Here's the thing. We don't know how it's going to go.
No, we don't.
We don't, right? And maybe we have a chance. We don't know. The one girl really liked us. The thing is that the concern is that we're not necessarily asking for money. We're asking for sponsorship.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily.
And they don't know. They don't know if that's the format.
Selling ad space is really.
They're not sure
if that's part of the show.
Yeah. Right. But the experience was so funny because they were just so like those 2 girls. Oh, they not friends. They're not going out for drinks. At the end of the day, if they're staying overnight tonight in Saskatoon, they are going to the hotel and they are going their separate ways. They're not like, hey, do you want to go for supper? They're not going for supper.
They're not.
They are not going for supper.
They got a room full of people, and they're like, okay, we got these cities that everybody has to go to. Everybody pick a straw.
Right? And when you get Saskatoon, you pick the short straw. And you're like, oh, son of a bitch. I'm not going to Vancouver, Victoria, Montreal.
No,
I'm going to Saskatoon. Right? With all 8 people that bothered to show up today. Right?
Well, more people showed up after.
I bet you there was no more than 15 by the time it was done.
Probably not.
Right? And I think these ladies I think they were hungry.
Yeah.
Right? The bigger girl was a little bit hungry.
Their pee break was just before us.
Yes.
That was funny.
Right? And but then let's talk about what other people were pitching.
Oh my God.
And who was an asshole?
You!
I was an asshole. Because every now and then I can go into asshole mode.
There was a girl who came up to us and offered us beef jerky.
Okay.
Because I think that was her product, was the organic beef jerky.
But just to go around thinking that your jerky's so good, strangers are just going to want to taste it. I get that you obviously think your jerky is so good. And that's a weird name too, hey? Jerky?
Jerky.
I don't like that name.
It's a weird
Sounds
name.
dirty.
But
Samantha, you want a piece of my jerky?
No.
No?
But because you don't read people very well.
I don't.
She walked up and started talking.
She was our friend.
Was talking about her jerky, but then asked us why we were there. Yeah. And then you started talking about the podcast and stuff, and you could tell her, I think in her face was, what the fuck are you doing here? That's all I got from her.
So your
face.
Business is nothing.
Nothing. It's a podcast. We're not really here to pitch a product.
We're here to just pitch some space. Right?
And then there was a guy sitting there with, you knew it was a plunger.
And I wanted for the whole 2 hours, I just wanted to talk to him. And you and the HHG were, because HHG came with us.
Yes.
You and the HHG were like, don't you dare, don't. And the HHG even became, she took a mum stand. Hey? She's like, this was her tone, don't. Like, wow. She never talked to me like that before.
I'm going to walk away, and I'm like, I'm there with you.
And you both did.
And then I reminded you, you're an asshole. This is how you got the mole.
Yeah, this is how you get yourself, you and your big mouth, because you want to have a little fun with what's this guy doing. You get yourself into some hot water.
And then I go to the bathroom, and all hell breaks loose. HHG's going to the bathroom. She's like, she's doing it.
And she's snapping it.
And then I go out, and you're talking to him, and I'm like, oh, you little bugger. You little shit.
Yeah, the only saving grace is that when it came time to him ask about us, he didn't care either. So, Samantha, I'm looking at
He didn't understand,
That's
Lisa.
the thing. I think that was the jerky girl, too. I don't think she understood.
No.
Right?
Like, nobody the
unless difference
you
here
listen to a podcast, you don't know what that is.
And in Canada, it's not as well known as what it is in the States.
No, it's not.
Right? Like we're getting there. But I still think, you know what? I think we had a lot of fun. And I think that it was...
not even the bad cop knew what podcast.
No, she had no clue,
right?
No,
she had no clue about sponsorships.
She was just typing.
How to monetize
just doing her notes.
Like that.
And then the nice girl, right? Because how did that come up, Samantha? How did that monetizing question come up?
They were just asking us what we wanted.
Because we said we're pre-revenue, but we make a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
And then they said, oh, and I said, well, it's Patreon. And the girl was like, oh, yeah. Like, the good cop was like, oh, yeah, Patreon. And then the bad cop asked what that was, and she answered for us before we could.
Which was a good sign, I thought.
The bad cop reprimanded the good cop.
Like, might as well have spanked her right in public. And said...
And all I thought was, ooh, tension, keep going.
Yeah, it was a little awkward, right? Because we're standing away from it. And all of a sudden the bad cop says to the good cop, you know, you just helped them with their pitch, right?
Yeah, it was good. And I'm like, yeah, she kind of did.
She kind of did, thank you. Right? Thanks for that.
And the lady was just, you could tell her, like, if she could have, like, swore and gotten away with it, she totally would have.
It was so
I
funny.
loved watching it.
It was awesome to watch.
So much fun.
And I think that and you know what? Again, right? Our whole goal, number one, we weren't going in asking for money, right? Number two, maybe next year we will be. Number two, right? We decided that we just wanted to test the waters made us make a media kit.
Yeah.
Made us get a little out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what? I think that's a win in itself, whether we get through or not.
No. And we brought the HHG with us.
Yeah.
She volunteered to come.
Yeah.
And we almost put her in a vest because she was like our emotional support person.
She kind of is our emotional support person.
She
I
is.
think we need to make a vest for her. Right? We need to get like a little funky vest and put HHG. And you know what? When HHG is wearing her vest, don't talk to her.
Don't talk to her.
Because she's busy.
Don't touch her.
Right? Don't touch her and don't talk to her because she's busy. She's working.
She's working
Right?
with us.
She's working with us right now. That would be so funny. Can you imagine? That'd be so funny.
Oh my God, that'd
Right?
be so
She puts it
funny.
on over top of her 25 layers.
Yeah, and she
Right?
was talking to people too.
Well, I kept saying to her, do you know them? No, I'm just saying hi to people. She was like meet and greet or something, hey?
She was doing something.
And all of a sudden, right? Okay, can we talk about the swag bag?
Yes.
Or lack of it?
Or lack of it.
So you get there and you got to fill in all this paperwork.
Yes.
And that's fine.
Sign your life away.
Right? And as you realize, I don't know how to answer this one. I don't know how to answer this one. How do we answer this one? Right?
You realize this is maybe not the place we should be.
But what's our goal, Samantha? Just to be the least stressful part of somebody's day. So hopefully we were the least stressful part of
We
their
did
day.
make the good cop laugh, though.
We did a few times,
Yes.
right? A few times
Yes.
we did. But they give you, after you do all your paperwork, they give you a swag bag.
Yes.
Make you feel all important.
Woo.
Only thing in the swag bag is a bag of gummy bears. And they're not even name brand gummies.
No, but the bag was a lunch bag. It was a thermal bag from Canadian Tire.
You can have it.
I don't want it.
And it's bright red. No
bright
offense
red.
to your Canadian Tire, but like, I don't know. It was so ridiculous.
It was really funny. They did compliment us on our beginning.
Yes, they did.
That's
They
about
loved
as
it.
far as they
Yeah.
went with a compliment,
Because
though.
we started off with, hi friends of the podcast.
And I'm like, Lisa, they're not friends.
But remember when we first got there, Samantha, the lady's like, okay, so we're the dragon, pretend we're the dragons, and just pitch us, tell us what you want. And I'm like, can we just do what we rehearsed? Right? Kind of like, can you shut up and just let us do what we want,
Yeah,
please?
and this isn't going to go well
It's
now.
not going to go well, because now I'm already breaking the rules. So again, we'll find out in mid-April.
Yeah.
We probably didn't get picked.
No, but it was fun, though.
But the thing is that sometimes they also put people on the show that are going to be good for television and good entertainment.
Oh, good God.
So we may have a chance at that.
Oh, I
don't know.
think so.
Or you know what? Maybe they're going to go back and maybe they're going to say, this, because then what they do is that all across Canada, these producers, they go and they pitch
Yes.
the idea to the big wigs, the big producers,
The
I
big
guess.
one, yeah.
And then they decide who's coming to Toronto.
Yeah.
So maybe they're going to pitch it, and maybe somebody's going to be like, you know what, it is kind of interesting.
Nope, the bad cop didn't like us that much.
No, but the good cop did. So Samantha, I have faith in the good cop. I'm not giving up the dream. I'm not giving up the dream. Right? But at least we did it.
God. Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
Yeah, it was
We did
fun.
it,
And then we had
Samantha.
lunch, and then we had a drink.
And then, or two.
For you, yeah,
I
too.
had two. Exactly.
All
Good
right,
Okay.
it's time.
For.
We need to ask for people to share us.
Yes.
Come on,
Come on,
guys.
guys. So you need to share on our Facebook page. We love that you interact with us.
Yes.
But we also need you to share. If you go to the bottom of our page and it says share, you click that. That's going to share onto your page.
Yep.
And so on and so on. Right? We want to grow the podcast. So next year when we go to the Dragon's Den, that's all. We just want to grow. We want as many people. We want the outreach. We want as many people as possible to know about us, to just appreciate us, to just have some fun with us.
Exactly.
Right?
Go us.
Go us. Right?
Invite all your homies.
Yeah.
Do it.
Just invite. Go when you go to our Facebook page, it says right up at the top, invite. If all you have to do is click on invite, and it's going to show a list of all of your people.
Yeah.
Invite them. Just click, 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 click.
Mm-hmm.
Some will say yes.
Some will say,
Some will say, thanks anyways. They're still going to be your friends, so don't even worry about shit like that, guys. Right?
All right.
All right.
It's time for
I shake my hands.
Do It, Lisa.
I got one, and it was a bizarre one.
It was today.
It was today at lunch. So okay, I don't remember how it started, but the guy was he bringing what was he doing? Was he bringing my meal or?
No, he's taking your plate.
He was taking my plate, and he asked a question, and I completely paused.
Yes.
I completely stopped, and I was staring at him.
I thought maybe it had a bit of an like a stroke or something.
I know, but what I stopped at is because he said, "Madam, can I take your plate?" And I completely paused and just stared at him for like 5 seconds. And I said to him, I said, I bet you're wondering why I'm staring at you. Well, here's the funny thing, guys, is that the HHG had noticed something odd on him. She had noticed that the poor guy had a little piece of dried snot or dried skin on the side of his nose. But that's not what I was staring at. And so she's having a little meltdown because she thinks I'm about to say, you need a Kleenex, you got white dried snot on the side of your face. What I'm doing is I'm staring at him because I'm like, don't call me madam. Right? I might be 49, but don't call me, I'm not 79. Don't call me madam. So that was kind of my I shake my head was number one, the fact that dude had that.
Yes.
Number two, and you know what, when he gets in his car after his shift and he looks at himself in the mirror, he's going to be like, ah, shit. Oh, son of a bitch, I looked like a weirdo today. But my second part of the I shake my head was the fact that the HHG honestly thought I was going to point that out.
Yes.
Right? I point that out to friends because friends want to know.
Yes,
right?
they do.
That's it. What about you?
Well, it was the HHG snapping the fact that you were being a bit of an asshole today.
Oh.
Catching you in the act.
Catching me in the act.
Of being a bit of an asshole.
Being a bit of an asshole.
You were being shit.
I wasn't really being a shit.
To the guy with the plunger.
I was just curious. I wanted to know about the plunger. Right?
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
You were being an asshole.
And I have no business being an asshole because you know what? What are you here to pitch? Nothing. At least you got something in a cardboard box with a stick.
That's true.
Right?
Yes.
So it was kind of
funny. It was a weird looking plunger.
I didn't see the plunger.
It was square.
So I'm the one who wanted to see it. Yet when he revealed, where was I? I was in the bathroom.
I think so.
Yeah. Nice. But so that was your thing, was her sending the snap?
Because you're being an asshole.
HHG always will catch you on film.
It gets you into so much trouble.
Always has. I never know where the trouble my mouth gets me into.
Yes, I know.
It's a slippery slope.
Yes, it's
a slippery slope, Samantha.
All right, topic for next week.
All right.
Online shopping.
Ugh.
What do you buy?
What do you buy?
And why do you buy it?
And why do you buy it?
Because should you be buying certain things online?
I don't know. You got to be careful. We're gonna go through all of it, right? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting.
It'll be fine.
Okay. If you want to support the podcast, go to Patreon, www.patreon.com/IShakeMyHead.
Yep.
And what that does is for starting at $2 and up, you can help support the podcast. So just like we asked the dragons today,
yep.
Right? We want to do live shows. We want to bring our show to people. We want to go on the road. With that, we're going to need to add new equipment. And you know what? We're going into spring, and I think it's spring and summer. Betty probably needs a tune-up.
Yes, she does.
Right? And her light bulb needs to be fixed. She's got a little light bulb that needs to be fixed. So any type of support, if we bring joy to your life, feel free to support the podcast. You still can go to Podbean if you listen to us on Podbean, and when you're listening to the app, you'll see Sam's face, and there's a little red bag over it. Just give it a punch.
Yep.
Feel free, right? We would so appreciate any support that we can get.
Mm-hmm. And we'd like to thank Audio Editing Solutions for making us sound so good. And he's about to get tested with the air conditioning again.
It's a new season. He did it last summer really well.
He did.
So now we'll see how he does this summer.
And you can listen to us on any podcast app that there is out there, guys. Just make sure you download. And you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
We're everywhere.
I shake my head.
Right? Communicate with us, share with us, and participate.
Yeah.
All right, Samantha. Anything else?
No, I think we're good.
You know what we need?
What?
A break from each other. We did Monday, we did Tuesday, we did Wednesday. No, we didn't do Tuesday.
No, we didn't do Tuesday.
We took Tuesday. We did Monday. We did Wednesday. We did Thursday.
Yes.
I don't think we're doing anything tomorrow.
Nope.
And then we'll see what next week brings.
Yeah.
All right, Samantha. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it should be.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.